Good day, everyone. Today I will be discussing general post-harvest considerations. Post-harvest management plays a crucial role in ensuring food security, reducing economic losses, and maintaining the quality of fresh produce. In this lecture, we will explore key strategies for minimizing post-harvest losses and maximizing efficiency in agricultural supply chain. To give you a roadmap of today's discussion, here is the structure of our lecture. First, introduction to post-harvest losses, understanding their significance and the impact, global and local production statistics, a look at trends in fruit and vegetable production, causes of post-harvest losses, factors leading to deterioration, methods to increase production, best practices in agriculture, post-harvest treatments and handling techniques, how to prevent spoilage and extend shelf life. By the end of this session, you will have a clear understanding of why post-harvest management is critical and how we can implement best practices. The main objective of this lecture is to understand the key factors influencing post-harvest losses and to explore preventive measures that can help reduce waste and improve the quality of fresh produce. Why is this important? For farmers, reducing post-harvest losses improves profitability and sustainability. For consumers, it ensures access to fresh, high-quality produce at affordable prices. For the environment, lower food losses mean more efficient use of resources like water, land, and labor. A well-managed post-harvest system not only supports the economy, but also strengthens global food security. Now, let's take a look at the scale of global fruit and vegetable production. In 2022, the global production of fresh fruit amounted to some 933 million metric tons, increasing from 576 million metric tons in 2000s. China is the largest producer. This statistic illustrates the leading producers of fresh fruit worldwide in 2021. China was ranked first among these countries, producing some 253 million metric tons of fruit in 2021 and 260 million metric tons of fruit in 2022. Next statistics show the world fruit production in 2022 in million metric tons broken down by variety. The banana is the most widely produced fruit with 135 million metric tons harvested in 2022. This figure depicts the total production volume of vegetables, including melons, worldwide for more than 20 years, starting from 2000. In 2022, some more than 1 billion metric tons of vegetable and melons were produced worldwide. Next, world's leading 10 producers of fresh vegetables in 2022 are presented. In both 2021 and 2022, China was the leading producer with a production volume of over 600 million metric tons, followed by India with approximately 145 million metric tons of fresh vegetables. The most cultivated vegetable is the tomato, with approximately 189 million metric tons produced. Fruit and vegetables processing industry is growing rapidly across the globe. Between 2022 and 2023, the market grew by $25 billion in value. The majority of fresh vegetables originated in Asia. In 2022, Asia contributed 80% of total global vegetable production, totaling about 900 million metric tons, making it dominant player in the industry. The most produced vegetables worldwide are tomatoes, onions, and cucumbers. These figures highlight the vast scale of the industry and emphasize the importance of proper post-harvest handling to minimize losses and maintain efficiency. Now, I would like to briefly mention the situation with agricultural production in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan has experienced record agricultural harvests in recent years. Key crops include grain and oilseeds, as well as potatoes, vegetables, and melons. Despite these achievements, post-harvest losses remain a significant challenge. Many factors such as poor storage conditions, lack of proper transportation, and inadequate handling methods contribute to these losses. By adopting better post-harvest technologies, Kazakhstan can further improve its agricultural economy and food supply stability. Why would we need post-harvest technologies? Mainly, here are three purposes for applying post-harvest technology to harvested produce. First, to maintain quality. Secondly, to protect food safety and to reduce losses in whole supply chain. Many people focus on increasing crop production, but reducing post-harvest losses is just as important. Post-harvest technologies help preserve food quality and the safety, to reduce spoilage and financial losses for farmers and others, improve food availability and affordability for consumers, enhance export opportunities by ensuring international quality standards. Investing in cost-effective post-harvest solutions is often more beneficial than simply increasing production. I would like to continue with post-harvest handling steps for typical commodity. These diagrams illustrate the post-harvest handling process for a typical commodity from the farm to the consumer. Each stage of the supply chain plays a critical role in maintaining the quality and the safety of fresh produce. Let's go through these steps one by one. The process begins at the farm, where crops are harvested. Proper harvesting techniques are crucial to prevent mechanical damage and early spoilage. In many regions, especially in developing countries, harvested produce is transported to rural assembly markets. Here, small-scale farmers bring their products for initial sorting and collection. The produce is sent to a farm pack house or packing house, where it undergoes further processing. Key activities include cleaning, sorting, grading, and packing. Proper temperature control and hygiene at this stage are essential to avoid contamination and deterioration. After packing, the produce is distributed to wholesalers, who store and manage bulk quantities. Storage at the wholesale level requires proper refrigeration and ventilation to extend shelf life. Retailers receive the produce from wholesalers and store it before selling it to consumers. Many losses occur at this stage due to improper storage conditions, rough handling, and the extended shelf exposure. Finally, the produce reaches the consumer. The handling practices at home, such as refrigeration and the packaging, also impact the final quality and the shelf life of the product. What are essential insights from this post-harvest handling process? Every step in the supply chain affects the final quality of the produce. Proper handling, storage, and the transportation can significantly reduce food waste and economic losses. Improved packaging, cold storage, and better logistics ensure fresher, healthier producer for consumers. This visual representation emphasizes the importance of post-harvest management in reducing food losses and maintaining the integrity of fresh commodities throughout the supply chain. Let us continue with another question on how to increase agricultural production. There are many ways to increase agricultural production, like putting more area under horticultural crops, implementing good agricultural practices, or selecting the best suited varieties or using high-density planting schemes. Let's look at a couple of examples. In case of banana, high-density planting of 5,000 plants per hectare has resulted in an increase from 340 tons per hectare to 174 tons per hectare. For pineapple, closer planting techniques have increased yields from 25 tons per hectare to 670 tons per hectare. While these methods help improve production, they must be paired with effective post-harvest handling to maximize their benefits. Fruits and vegetables are highly perishable due to their high moisture content. In developing countries, 20 and 30% of total fruit and vegetable production is lost annually due to inadequate post-harvest management. These losses impact farmers, consumers, and the overall economy. Reducing food loss is often cheaper and more sustainable than increasing production. Now let us have a look at principal causes of post-harvest losses. Some major reasons for post-harvest losses include physical damage, such as improper harvesting, rough handling, and transportation injuries. Microbial spoilage is like bacteria or fungal infections. Physiological issues like over-ripening, loss of firmness and shrinkage, or poor temperature and humidity control. Environmental factors like lack of proper storage or inappropriate materials, storage materials which are packaging and transportation. Each stage of the supply chain presents unique risks that must be addressed through proper management. The next table provides a detailed overview of the major reasons why fresh produce deteriorates after harvest, emphasizing the importance of proper post-harvest handling techniques. It highlights the specific vulnerabilities of each crop type, helping to identify appropriate measures to minimize losses and maintain quality. The table is divided into 3 columns: group types of crops, for example, root, leafy, flower vegetables, immature fruit or mature fruit vegetables, and the fruits. Examples: specific examples of crop within each group, like carrots, lettuce, or artichokes, cucumbers, and the tomatoes or bananas. Principal causes of post-harvest losses and poor quality lists the most critical factors leading to post-harvest losses and quality. Degradation for each crop type. Common causes of post-harvest losses are mentioned as well, like mechanical injuries, bruising, cuts, or crushing, water loss like shriveling, wilting, or chilling injury, decay and spoilage due to improper handling, or over-ripeness and excessive softening at harvest, like loss of green color or yellowing, and etc. Improper curing, sprouting, and rooting, relative perishability and the storage life of fresh produce categorizes fresh fruit and vegetables based on their perishability and the optimal storage life. Key points might be very high perishability, more than 2 weeks, includes soft fruits, example like berries or peaches, and delicate vegetables like lettuce, mushroom, or broccoli. High perishability covers fruits like avocado, banana, mango, and vegetables like cabbage, eggplant, and peppers. Moderate perishability include apples, pears, and grapes, citrus and root crops like carrots. Low perishability, mature potatoes, garlic, pumpkins, and winter squash. Finally, very low perishability, dried fruits, tree nuts, and long-lasting produce. The accompanying images visually represent these categories, highlighting the importance of proper post-harvest storage to reduce waste and maintain quality. This table highlights the post-harvest losses of various fruits and vegetables across different stages of horticultural supply chain. For example, starting from growers to intermediaries, who are also bakery or wholesalers and retailers. The data provides a clear picture of where the most significant losses occur and the possible reasons behind them. Key takeaways. Growers face the highest losses, especially for jackfruit, more than 16%, and the papaya, 13%, due to poor storage and handling. Intermediaries and the wholesalers experience significant losses in pineapple and the cauliflower, around 10%, likely due to transportation damage and improper storage. Retailers still see spoilage, particularly in oranges, and the cauliflowers, more than 10%, due to extended shelf life and consumer handling. Overall trends might be: fruits tends to experience the highest losses at the grower level, particularly large and perishable varieties like jackfruit and the papaya. Intermediate and the wholesaler levels see considerable losses due to transportation, storage, and the handling issues. Retailers continue to face losses, but the percentage is generally lower than earlier stages, except for highly perishable vegetables like cauliflower and the tomatoes. This analysis highlights the importance of improved post-harvest handling, better storage facilities, and efficient transportation to reduce food waste and increase the availability of fresh produce to consumers. To switch to some post-harvest technology issues, harvesting at the correct stage of maturity ensures better shelf life and quality. Key indicators include color changes, example, citrus, mango, or papaya, firmness and the texture of the fruit, ratio of sugar to acid content, important for grapes, citrus, and pineapple, hand harvesting and sorting to minimize damage. Some good recommendations might be hand harvesting and picking early part of the day, a suitable container, sorting and grading. Implementing best harvesting practices leads to a higher market value and a longer storage life. There are different types of diseases that lead to the loss of produce. To reduce spoilage, various treatments can be applied. Chemical treatments like fungicides and chlorine washes, natural coatings like waxes and emulsions to reduce moisture loss, hot water treatments to eliminate bacteria and fungi. Proper post-harvest treatments significantly extend the shelf life of fresh produce. Induction of early ripening is also an important step. Treatment with ethylene or calcium carbide helps to induction of early and uniform ripening. On the other hand, hot water treatments result in early ripening in mangoes and reduce the fungal spoilage. In turn, effective packaging and careful transportation help prevent damage. Common materials include corrugated fiberboard, cartons, and wooden crates. Also, plastic containers and polyethylene nets. Poor handling during loading and transport is a major cause of damage and should be carefully managed. One of the most crucial aspects of post-harvest management is storage. Proper storage methods can significantly extend the shelf life of fresh fruits and vegetables, reduce the losses, and maintain the quality. When we talk about storage, we need to consider several key factors. Different crops require different storage temperatures to prevent spoilage. That is why proper temperature control is essential. Too much moisture can cause fungal growth, while too little can lead to shrinkage and dehydration of the produce. Thus, humidity regulation is crucial. Some storage methods adjust the levels of oxygen and the carbon dioxide to slow down the ripening. This means that gas composition of storage should be regulated very properly. Let's look at some of the most commonly used storage methods and their benefits. First, storage at low temperature or refrigeration. The most widely used storage method is refrigeration, which helps slow down respiration, microbial growth, and enzymatic activity. Fruits and vegetables are living organisms even after harvest, and they continue to breathe or respire. Refrigeration reduces respiration rate, thereby delaying spoilage. It also minimizes water loss, preventing wilting and shriveling. For example, apples and pears are best stored at 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. Bananas should not be stored below 13 degrees Celsius to avoid chilling injury. Leafy vegetables like lettuce require high humidity and a temperature close to 0 degrees Celsius to stay fresh. Second, controlled atmosphere or CA and a modified atmosphere MA. Storage. In controlled atmosphere storage, the composition of gases in the storage environment is precisely adjusted to slow down fruit ripening. Oxygen levels are reduced. Carbon dioxide levels are increased. Ethylene, which is a ripening hormone, is controlled. This method is especially useful for apples, which can be stored for up to 1 year in CA storage. Kiwi fruit, which benefits from controlled oxygen and carbon dioxide levels. Berries, which have a very short life, but last longer in modified atmospheres. Modified atmosphere packaging is very similar, but it is applied at the packaging level. Fruits and vegetables are sealed in special plastic films that adjust gas exchange. Third, the next method I want to highlight is subatmospheric pressure storage. This method reduces air pressure inside the storage chamber, which slows down respiration rates and the microbial activity. It is used mainly for high-value crops like strawberry and cherries. It helps reduce oxygen exposure, delaying ripening and decay. The method also can extend shelf life by several weeks compared to normal refrigerated storage. Although effective, this method is expensive and is mostly used for export-oriented produce. Final method is evaporative cool storage. A more cost-effective and eco-friendly solution, evaporative cool storage, works by using water evaporation to maintain low temperatures. It is especially useful in hot and dry climates, where refrigeration is not feasible. It works well for crops like onions, potatoes, and tomatoes. It does not require electricity, making it suitable for rural areas with limited resources. For example, in India and Africa, many small farmers use mud-based evaporative coolers to keep vegetables fresh for longer. To conclude, again, importance of this method should be highlighted. By applying the right storage techniques, we can actually achieve reduced food waste. Less spoilage means more food reaches consumers. High profits for farmers. Products last longer, allowing for better market access. Better food security. Extended shelf life means fruits and vegetables are available year-round. As post-harvest losses remain a major challenge worldwide, implementing these storage techniques is a key concept. I recommend you to watch a short video for better understanding of importance post-harvest technology of fresh fruit and vegetables.
In many developing countries, fresh produce that's harvested on farms is packed into soft-walled baskets or thrown into an open truck bed. It's then transported to markets, exposed to weather and contaminants along the way. Just a few days after harvest, that produce gets battered and bruised, and the nutritious food quickly goes from ripe to rotten. This is the story of post-harvest loss. Every piece of food lost represents a waste of scarce natural resources. According to the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, over $750 billion in lost food revenue simply rots away. Further, the amount of greenhouse gases caused by food loss is roughly the equivalent of adding an additional 7 billion cars on the road, making it a significant contributor to climate change. But of all the problems resulting from food loss, malnutrition is especially devastating. Today, 1 in 3 people survive on diets that lack the vitamins and minerals needed to grow properly, live active lives, and raise healthy families. These essential nutrients are most available in fresh fruits, vegetables, dairy, and meat. The risk of malnutrition increases when those foods are unavailable or unaffordable. Post-harvest loss and food waste looks very different all over the world. In developed countries, food is mostly wasted on farm or at the consumer level. But in developing regions, it's just the opposite. In sub-Saharan Africa, for example, FAO estimates roughly half of fresh fruits and vegetables lost before they ever reach consumers. At GAIN, we are dedicated to eliminating food loss between the farm and the market through our Post-Harvest Loss Alliance for Nutrition, or PLAN. By reducing the loss of fish in Indonesia and tomatoes in Nigeria by just 25%, we can provide an adequate daily supply of protein for 1 million children and vitamin A for over 800,000. To do this, we're supporting a cold chain of cooling and distribution centres, refrigerated trucks and warehouses to extend the freshness of foods. We're promoting better packaging and crating systems to protect food from damage during transportation and sale. We're encouraging food processors to move closer to the farm and advocating for food processing techniques like canning and drying that increases and extends their availability year-round. It is critical that we get this right. With a global population expected to reach 9.8 billion by 2050, we can't afford to lose half the food we grow. Reducing post-harvest loss means more food and better nutrition for a healthy world.